So hello and welcome all signs. This is going to be a different kind of reading where we will be asking ourselves what if. So I want you to think of a person that you always kind of wondered what if. What if would have been us? What would that connection look like? And this can just be about any person that you do have in mind. Can be your best friend, a neighbor, well, just anyone. Like, what if it would have been you, and how would that connection look like? We will be reading with Lenormand, and then to clarify with the tarot. Make sure to follow and subscribe to know when I come up with a new reading, and thank you all for being here. So let's begin. Aries. So this is going to be a reading of what if. So I want you to think of a person that you always wondered, like, what if it would have been us? It can be any person, it doesn't have to be an ex, it can just be a friend or just someone that you've been wondering. Like, what if? So, let's see. So, Aries, overall energy in this connection would have been love, but would have been a lot of mind games as well, manipulation, and so maybe someone would have had the upper hand, playing on the other one's love. I will clarify. Yeah, so Aries, it's almost like one person would know that the other one would do anything for them. So they would play a little bit with that emotion. Like someone was just giving and giving and giving. A lot of mind games as well, causing stress in this connection. It would have come to one point, Aries, where, well, you or the other one would think that this is the standard. Like, this is how love is supposed to feel. So one would just keep on giving, and the other one would just well, it would have been a lot of manipulation. But the overall energy would have been love, but I do see it as in the wrong, like someone would be tricked, not tricked, but kind of manipulated into this love. So, Aries, it would have been love from one side, someone would just keep on giving, and at the same time feeling a lot of stress through all this connection, and then kind of believing that this is what love is supposed to be like. So, Aries, that is what I have for you. It was a different kind of reading, what if, but thank you and bye. Taurus. So, it's going to be a reading of what if. So I want you to think about a person that you always kind of wondered, what if? What if it was us? How would that connection look like? So, any person so what if? So Taurus is almost like, because the overall energy through in this connection would have been kind of stressful. I'm gonna clarify why this would be stressful, but it's almost like someone would have put on their mind into their work or project, or than into this connection. With the devil, it's yeah, it's like some bad habit would have evolved in through this a lot of sleepless nights, but this can I kind of do see someone focusing on their work or stability first. And maybe that's why this connection would have felt like hard, stressful, because they are getting no attention, like they're feeling left out. But I do see as well that it would have changed eventually into someone showing more appreciation to one another, leading to a whole new beginning. So it might have started out stressful and not feeling loved, someone just putting 100% on their work, until one day maybe it failed, or they just realize that this is not working. It can be you or them in this connection. And we're taking a new path to showing more appreciation to one another, leading to this new passion. But it would have taken years for this to happen. So it would have been a lot of stress and sleepless night early years, and then could have been when you are going into age as well, retirement, or because we do have the owls here as well, so wisdom. So this would have happened in the late years, this new change of direction. Early years, a lot of stress, focusing on work. Worries. So, Taurus, that's what I had for you. What if you and your person, or you and a person on your mind, would have been a thing? Thank you and bye. Gemini. So, this is going to be a reading of what if. So I want you to think of a person that you always wondered, like, what if it would have been us? It can be just about anyone, Gemini. So let's see, what if it would have been Gemini? And a person undermined. It would have been a playful connection, Gemini. Yes, we do have the child here. So you and this person would have had some fun together throughout this connection. But that could have been a problem as well. I will clarify. Yeah, so it started out playful, Gemini. A lot of fun, making each other laugh, just living life. Until that point when it comes to when someone is wanting something more serious. And that would have caused a lot of burden because, well, one of you wouldn't have wanted so serious or commitment. Like playfulness, that was the thing in this connection. But moving on, eventually it would have become this real thing. Like they would have stepped up, or you would have stepped up and had this Ten of Pentacles. This someone would have offered this life together. it would have been a rough start to it all, through it all, but eventually it would have become something more. But just as fast as it rose to this more, well, everything, it would have started to fade away as well. So it really would have been an up and down kind of connection. Like starting up a little bit rough, having this peak where it felt good, everything was great, and then someone would have started to distance themselves slowly, but not feeling it as much. It will become this distance, or just a move, like sailing away. So, Gemini, very playful energy through it all, but you're with your hardship at the first years into the relationship, and then peaking, and then we just faded away. So that's what I have for you, Gemini. Thank you, and bye. Cancer. So this is going to be a reading of what if. So I want you to think of a person that you always kind of wondered, what if? What if it would have been us? How would that connection look like? So let's see. What if? For Cancer and the person undermined. So Cancer, by the looks of it, it could have gone the whole way with this person that you do have in mind. I want to see, because it might have started with, well, let's see, I'm going to clarify. It would have been a little bit of a power play throughout this connection, Cancer. Like someone always had to be right. And at first it didn't matter at first for one of you. It was like that, because I do see that you did have a lot of emotions for them. So it didn't matter that they were a little bit competitive or strong-willed, but eventually it would have been something something that needed to be addressed. Yeah, it would have been a painful conversation, almost separating you. But then this strong-headed person would have started to appreciate the other more. It's like they would have been brought down a notch and start realizing the value of one another. It could have been in later year as well, Cancer, because I do see someone is falling, hopefully, or someone was falling, hopefully in love at first. So it would have been some power play or some someone very strong-headed. And the other would have just gone with the flow, like until they had enough. And then the other would have started to show more appreciation. This strong-headed person that always had to win, or every argument, every discussion, every fight they had to win. But eventually, down the line, they would have started showing more caring and more appreciation to the other after this conversation that nearly ruins everything. It's a wake-up call. So, Cancer, that's what I had for you in this what if. Would have started out a bit slow, and a bit someone would have been a little bit blind at the beginning because of all the emotions, but then they would have regained the power down the line. So that's what I have for you. Thank you and bye. Leo. So this is going to be a reading of what if. So I want you to think of a person that you always wondered, what if? What if it would have been us? How would that connection look like? It can be just about anyone, Leo, that you're thinking about. So what if? So it would have been a lot of love throughout this connection, Leo. And it would have started out good. Like it would have start growing fast. It's almost like you would have known each other. Your whole life. Yeah, this could have been someone, Leo, that you would have felt like you knew your whole life. Starting out real good, having just a wonderful time with one another, going out, picnics, everything, a lot of passion, a lot of laughter throughout this, a lot of emotions as well. But until this passion and just funness, can you say that? Funness? Yeah, until this fun and just adventure life started to dip. It's like one of you, or maybe both of you, loses this passion, or would have lost this passion by the end of it, not feeling it anymore. Or it would have been that you come up into this age that someone is just looking back at all this and would have gone into a small depression, or that's why it is Eight of Swords is here as well. It would have been a wonderful early years. A lot of fun, a lot of adventures, a lot of just spending time together, emotions and growing. But by the end it would have been more wanting this again, or wanting to feel that fire again. Because it looks like you experience a lot of things with this person, a lot of first. Someone is wanting to experience those first again, or just, the passion is fading away. So there would have become more distance as well. So, Leo, that's what I had for you in this what if. Would have started off great. Lots of fun, adventures, passion. But then one of you would have, wanting to experience that all again, or just looking back, maybe a small depression, feeling that the passion is gone. It would have, or maybe both of you would have felt that. So, that's what I have for you, Leo. Thank you and bye. Virgo. So this is going to be a reading over what if. So I want you to think of a person that you always wondered, what if? What if it would have been us? How would that connection look like? So let's see, Virgo. What if it would have been you? There we go. I need to clarify this whip, but it's but it looks like it would have been a connection that would have lasted like the whole way. Oh. Virgo. This would have been a kind of a like a movie kind of love or connection. One of those connections you see at the movies would have started out with a lot of passion, a lot of good times. Would have kept on going because we do have the sun here, two suns. Just having fun, experiencing things, really getting to know each other, growing. It would have sorry, Virgo, I got lost in this reading, like seeing this kind of movie in front of me where, you know, the perfect power couple, but a lot of growing throughout this connection, a lot of good times. The only thing is that maybe it would have taken a longer time to make this, like to get married or like to really make it official, but as someone has always or would have always wanted this ring, this marriage, but it would have come eventually. I don't see any major complaints throughout this connection. Starting out good, feeling like the luckiest person on earth, just having a good time with your person, trusting them, just wanting to be around them all the time, growing into, well, like getting to know each other really well. It's like growing old with this. Maybe someone wanted this ring, but it would have come eventually, later down the line. But 2 suns and the 9 of cups. It would have been a very growing connection, warm happiness. No, always meant to be with each other. I kind of did see this this movie, this love movie. No, it was just, amazing. So, Virgo, that's what I have for you. Thank you and bye. Libra. So, it's going to be a reading of what if. So I want you to think of a person that you always wondered, what if? What if it would have been us? What if? How would that connection look like? So what if? It would be in Libra and the person undermined. So, Libra, kind of looks like you would have your ups and downs throughout this connection. But it's like someone would have been a little bit controlling through it all. Emperor right here as well. I kind of do see someone would have been a very controlling throughout this connection, Libra. While the other one would have been more spontaneous, or just wanting to be a bit free. It's like someone is wanting to control this Queen of Wands, and that would be very hard to do. That's not an easy task to do. So it would have been ups and downs, Libra, throughout this. Sometimes would have felt just like that you wanted to end this, and other times would have been joyful moment, like feeling really happy in this connection. But it would have started out with a lot of arguments, small fights, because it's two very different persons here, but at the same time very strong-headed persons. So it would have been a lot of fighting and make up, like at the same time, yeah, it would be a lot of passion in this from the beginning, like with arguments and then making up. But one would have felt kind of trapped in it, not feeling. I kind of do see it being this Queen of Wands here. Yeah, until eventually this Emperor, or the more controlling one, would have just kind of closed, like maybe stop communicating, like would have just shut down. Yeah, a lot of sleepless nights as well for both of you. It really would have been an up and down kind of connection, feeling at top and then feeling at rock bottom, and then it would have been like would have been to a 0 to 100. Yeah, until one day either you or both of you would have just kind of stopped trying and stopped communicating, and it would have been just well, yeah, it's a very power struggle connection. So that's what I have for you, Libra. Thank you and bye. Scorpio. So it's going to be a reading of what if. So I want you to think of a person that you always kind of wondered, what if it would have been us? How would that connection look like? Let's see. What if it would have been Scorpio and the person on their mind? could almost be, Scorpio, that someone would always try to make the other one better. And they will be very quick to tell the other if they are doing a mistake, like correcting them. Let's see, I'm going to clarify a little bit. Through it all, I kind of do see a very friendly, not friendly, but trustworthy, like you would have been with your best friend, like would have been. Yeah, it's like in this connection or with this person, one would have made a transformation. Either you or your person, it's like the other would have transformed them into someone more in their liking. But it's like I don't see the other one minding it. It's like they would have made him a little bit a better person until it would have been. So it would have started out a little bit correction and be fast to tell the other if they are doing a mistake or wanting to help them in a fair way, until this connection would have felt like really good. Both parties would have felt good, trustworthy, trusting each other. It would have been a fun, happy connection. Starting off a little rough or cleaning around the edges, and then it would have become this peaceful connection. Like both wanting to spend time with each other, both wanting to just feeling this mutual love to one another. This could have gone the distance, Scorpio, to old age as well. We would have felt solid in their core emotions, like not having to worry, or would have been a lot of openness through it all, telling one another everything and just so Scorpio, it's like you or this connection would have just transformed into being something beautiful. So that's what I have for you, Scorpio. A little bit of fine tuning at the start of it, but then it would have evolved to something well, great. So that's why for you. Thank you and bye. Sagittarius. So this is going to be a reading of what if. So I want you to think of a person that you always kind of wondered, what if? What if it would have been us? How would that connection look like? So let's see. What if it would have been Sagittarius? And the person that they got on their mind. So Sagittarius, it would have been throughout this connection like you would have just spent time with a really close friend, like you would have trusted them, or it would have been mutual trust to one another. Could have been friends. That became something more. But yeah, it's like throughout this connection or throughout the years, Sagittarius, it would have been like falling over and over towards this person, like finding out new things that you just love about them. And it would have been a day about you, because it would have been well, you both would have felt this way towards one another. Yeah. There's all this wondering if they, well, it would have been a kind of peaceful connection, like not having to wonder if they are loyal, if they are out there having fun. It would have been a trust between you, even though they do have this very what do you say, like very beautiful, and likes to have fun. It would have been a trust throughout this as well. Or this can just be both of you doing adventurous things, Sagittarius, trying out new things, because it was, or like a friend It would have been like a friend, spending time with someone you really love. And this will just have been growing. Yeah. So it would have been a connection where it's almost like you would have fallen for your best friend. Just doing fun things together, trying out different things, not having to wonder what they are up to. And you would have just helped each other grow into this into better persons or versions of yourself. I kind of did see a nice teamwork between you in this connection, like both wanting the other to succeed, helping each other grow. So, Sagittarius, that's what I had for you. Thank you and bye. Capricorn. So, this is going to be a reading of what if. So I want you to think of a person that you always kind of wondered, what if? What if it would have been us? How would that connection look like? So, let's see. What if would have been Capricorn and the person that they're thinking about? So, Capricorn, I do see that you and this person would have been a very stable connection and serious, but at the same time keeping each other young through it all. So it's like you will not have been this boring old couple that are just focusing on their career and stability. It would have been, you would have focused on your career and stability, but at the same time keeping each other young, trying out new things, just having a good time through it all. Yeah, someone it would have been two different energies or personalities, like one is more adventurous and the other more stable, but you would have worked good together. Like one would have helped you become more stable or more adventurous, whatever you are, but it would have been two different energies working good together. Yeah, maybe sometimes it would have been this that the more adventurous person or the one with restless legs would have got a little bit bored. But I do see a teamwork nonetheless through it all. Yeah, the only thing is that one of you would have been feeling bored at times, at least early stages of this connection. But then it's almost by the end of it, or by the when you're getting older, it would have been the other way around. Like they would have come to your side. They as well would have becoming a little bit more restless and wanting to have more adventures. Or if this is you or them, but it's like you would have been at the same page by the end, getting to know each other or evolving through it all. It would have been a interesting connection. Two different person, that you would have made it work. A lot of just overall energy being this trustworthy loyalty. Would have been like you just had a friend, like a best friend through it all, someone to rely on, or they to rely on you. So Capricorn, that's what I have for you. Thank you and bye. Aquarius. So this is going to be a reading of what if. So I want you to think of a person that you always kind of wondered, what if it would have been us? How would that connection look like? So what if it would have been Aquarius and the person that they are thinking about? So Aquarius, kind of do see a very comfortable feeling at first, but then it would have, it's like one of you would have been stressed out or worried through it. It's like from the start. So it could have been would have been difficult at first with this connection, but then evolving to this beautiful, well, connection, a lot of passion, a lot of happiness, a lot of warmth. until one of you would have stopped trying or stopped trying to work on this. Just like someone is giving up by the end of it, but it would have been for some time, it would have been just great. Like it really, like you really found each other. But after a rocky start, some not trusting each other or having to explain a lot of things, a lot of stress. So it's a rocky start in this connection, but it would have evolved to something beautiful. But in the end, someone would have stopped trying to work on this, or just stop giving it energy. And through it all, someone would have, it's like one of you would have been more understanding or more mature, more caring, trying more to make it work. That would have caused a lot of stress here. Knowing, or one of you know, that this could have been. Oh, sorry about that, Aquarius. I got interrupted. Yeah, one of you would have known that it could have been like this forever, with like really warmth or happiness through it all. But it's like maybe you or the person you were dealing with just stopped trying at the end. Or stopped working on it. So, Aquarius, that's what I had for you. It would have been a hard start through it all, leading up to this amazing connection, amazing thing, and then it would have just been too much for one of you, that they stopped working on it, or you stopped working on it. So that's what I have for you, Aquarius. Thank you and bye. Pisces. So this is going to be a reading of what if. So I want you to think of a person that you always kind of wondered, what if? What if it would have been us? How would that connection look like? So let's see. What if it would have been Pisces and the person on their mind? So Pisces, I almost got like it would have been a struggle through it all for this connection, and it's like one of you, like you will have never been able to open up. If it is you that will never been able to open up, or your person, but it would always been a struggle to trying to get through the other one. You would have your fun in this connection. You would have tried different things and being adventurous. So a lot of fun and passion through it, but you would have never been able to open up, or the person that you're thinking about. And this would have been a constant struggle through it all. Yeah, until one day one of you would have wanted something more stable or serious, or something more reliable. It would have been like an uphill from the start, Pisces, throughout this connection, wanting or trying to make the other one, or maybe you, to open up, but not being able to crack that code or to make it. Still having fun and passion through it all, but feeling this uphill, but still holding on because, well, it is a passionate connection, fun, still care for one another, but feeling this struggle, like it is a challenge, until the end, where someone is thinking of other choices or different path, wanting something more serious and not this not this only passion kind of relationship. They're wanting something more, someone they can rely on, someone they can go to when they do have problems. So it would have been a fun and adventurous connection, Pisces, but it would never become this solid thing. It would have been a constant challenge, an uphill through it all. So Pisces, that's what I have for you. Thank you, and bye.